What's up, guys? Alright, so this is my new channel. Everything is going to be kind of meshed into one on this channel. This is my professional channel. This is the channel where I'm going to do everything right. Kind of consolidate everything. This will be my gameplay, my information, my review channel, all meshed into one. I'm not going to just split it up into different channels because I forget my password or whatever. Anyway, this is going to be my professional channel. This is going to be my channel where I do everything on. All my paintball stuff into one. Alright? My first video is going to be my most important video. The video I wish I would have done throughout my whole paintball YouTube career. I wish I would have done this. People wanted to hear it, and I wish I would have done it. Anyway, this is the way I think everybody should start off paintball. This is what this video is about. This is the order that you buy your gear in. Yes, there is a specific order you buy your gear in. You have to buy your gear like this, or else you will not be the best you can be on the field. Okay? Anyway, what's the first thing you need to be able to do when you're playing any, not just paintball, any sport? You have to be able to use these. You have to be able to see. If you can't see, you can't hit a ball, you can't kick a ball, you can't shoot a ball out of a gun. Well, you can, but you're not going to be able to know what you're hitting. Okay? You have to be able to see. That's why you don't buy one of these. See? Whoa, almost dropped it. I can't even see the camera. These things are awful. They hurt. You can buy good lenses for them. Okay lenses. But these things suck really bad. Okay? It's this versus a mask that's actually not that much more expensive. This. Okay? I bought this mask for probably about $20 more than what this mask was. This mask is my backup mask. This is the mask I use in case my other mask is down because I cracked the lens, which shouldn't happen, but it did. The lens is separated. Dual pane lens, single pane lens. Won't fog, will fog. Doesn't scratch easy, scratches really easy. Comfortable, uncomfortable. Look at this foam. You got one piece of foam and another piece of poorly crafted, nasty foam on the bottom, and it's peeling away. Versus this foam. Basically the same concept, except for this one wraps all the way around, and the strap doesn't dig into your head because it doesn't have these big plastic things in the side of it right here. That digs in the side of my face, and I don't like that. Okay? Anyway, you gotta buy a mask. So this is the first thing you do. You go to the field. Let's say you already started off paintball the wrong way, and you bought a gun, whatever. So let's say you either got your gun or your rental gun. Boom, boom, boom. So you went out and bought a crappy gun, or you're using a crappy gun, and you have your good mask. Well, now you can shoot at the people that may have the good mask and good gun, or may have started off wrong and have the bad mask and the good gun, and you might be hitting them more than they're hitting you because you can actually see them, okay? So you're using this for a while. You keep using this, keep using this. The next thing I buy, that I don't care what anybody says, I will never use one of these. You know what this is? This is a CO2 tank. I have one laying around that's broken just so I can show you guys what not to use. I don't think I've ever used CO2. When I first started paintball, they had rental tanks at my field. I used rental tanks. I've never used CO2 a day in playing paintball, other than maybe test firing somebody else's gun to fix it. I don't think I've ever actually played on a field with CO2. That's the next thing I buy. I don't care about a loader. I don't care about anything else. I do mask, HPA tank. Specifically carbon fiber HPA tank, but if you can't afford one of those, buy a Steely. Something that you know that you can keep using. You don't have to go out and buy the $200 6845 HPA carbon fiber tank. You can go out and buy one of the First Strike 3000 PSI HPA tanks, Steelies. They're not that expensive. They're like $50 to $80, somewhere around there. And then, anyway, so you go out and buy your mask, and you buy your HPA tank. I'm sorry I don't have an example. I don't know where mine went. I have to track it down. It's been a while since I've been on the field because it's been snowing, and I don't like playing in snow. The only thing I've done is I've been wanting to go to an indoor field, but I haven't been able to do that yet. So, anyway, you have your not very good gun, you have a good mask, and you have HPA. Now you don't have to worry about your gun freezing up because you have HPA. So, you've got your bad gun, your good HPA tank, your mask. I've repeated that like 12 times. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to buy a loader. What good is owning a $1,500 gun that can shoot 500 balls a second when you have a shake and shoot loader? I don't even have an example of one of those because I don't use them. Go out and buy, even if you're not going to be a tournament player or whatever, go out and buy a crappy loader like this. At least it's some kind of a faster feeding loader. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Anyway, after you have all of this, all of these things, okay, finally you can do what you've wanted to do. Whether you want to buy soft goods or anything like that, that's up to you before you buy your gun. Next thing you do, the very last thing you do is buy a marker. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant. You can play tournaments with one of these, believe it or not. All these guys out there that buy those $1,500 guns, all those Luxes and the Die M, whatever. I'm not a Die fanboy. I don't like Die. I think Die sucks. But anyway, you don't have to go out and buy an Empire Vanquish. I love Empire. I love playing Eclipse. But you don't have to go out and buy a Vanquish or a G-Tech or anything like that. You don't have to spend $700 on a gun. You don't have to spend $600 and $500 on a gun. Go out and spend $340. That's how much I paid for that. Spend that much. You can go out and play tournaments with this. Who's stopping you? You can shoot just as fast with a better barrel, which I don't have on this gun right now. You can shoot just as accurate as an Axe or Axe 2.0. Because you know what they are? They're the same damn thing as this. I'm not going to pop over. They're the same damn thing as this. They are. They have the same bolt engine, same board, same everything, except for the OLED, but you don't need the OLED. It doesn't help with the gun itself. But anyway, so you got your gun, got your mask, got your loader, you got everything. Got everything you need, even your HPA tank. You go out to the field and start playing. That's not where it ends. It doesn't end there at all. Yes, I vape. Just gonna put that out there now. That's not where it ends. You're gonna need things to keep your gun up. I can't stand those people that go out there and buy, especially people that go out there and buy their huge gun, their freaking phenomenal guns, the $1,500 guns. But when they go down on the field, they can't fix them themselves. I'm gonna go play a tournament with my $1,500 gun that I can't fix if it goes down. So I'll just use my backup gun, which is a Spider Victor, like that. No. If you can't fix your gun, you have to buy equally good gun. Sorry. Or you just gotta be just as good with the lower end gun that you have. It's not the gun, it's the player, but you gotta be just as good with the lower end gun that you have. Because it's not fair to your team when your gun goes down that you have one of these with a shake and shoot, or even your good hopper, and you can't play as good with that as you could with your $1,500 marker. It's not fair. You gotta learn how to fix your own stuff. That's why you get parts kits, O-ring kits. Guaranteed 9 times out of 10, anything that happens to your gun is gonna involve one of these. O-rings. This you can go out and buy for like $40. It's got every size of O-ring you'll ever need inside of a paintball gun. At all. You gotta make sure they're pneumatic O-rings. Don't get hydraulic O-rings. Don't get the plumbing O-rings. Don't get gas connection O-rings. Although some people get them and say they're the same thing. They're not. They're not the same thing. You've got to get pneumatic O-rings. Okay? If you don't buy them from a paintball company, you have to get pneumatic O-rings. They're not the same thing. Some are thinner, some have a different wall, some are made of different stuff, some of them won't stretch, and when they get dried out, they'll break. Okay? You've got to get parts kits, things like this, new bolt engines, Allen keys, unless your gun has a, like, toolless disassembly or something like that. But then you went and spent big money on a gun. Look, just to bring all of you guys up out there, because I know how hard it is to watch all these videos and not be, you know, essentially wealthier, okay? You guys go on YouTube and you're looking up a video about your gun and everybody's telling you your gun sucks. That's how I feel about this. That's what everybody's doing. They're bashing the Empire Mini, the GS. Look, I play on the field and I wreck kids that play with Luxes and Bob Longs and all that stuff. I've played with them. I used to own an Axe 2.0. I've owned a Vanquish. I've loaned a Lux 1.5. I didn't like the Lux 1.5. I thought it was garbage. Everybody loves DLX, and I don't know why. I've owned a lot of the big name guns. Then I sold them all. I stopped playing for a little while. And I got back into it, and I realized you can do just as good and have just as much fun with one of these as you can a $1,500 marker. Now, granted, there is a little bit of different. There's some things that you are paying for with those $1,500 markers, but there's a reason they're $1,500. There's a brand name stamped on them, and you can say, oh, I have a Lux Ice. Ooh. Or I have a Lux 2.0. Ooh. Or I have an LVR. Ooh. Or a Dye R2 rotor. Ooh. It's just ridiculous. Or the EVS, even with masks, not just loaders. Or just guns, you know, you're paying for the name. Now with the EVS, if you're buying the HUD, I can understand why the HUD's so much money, because that is a lot of technology packed into a little tiny thing inside the mask. That's pretty cool. I understand how long it took. The guns, yeah, when they first came out, I can understand them being that much. Not now. They're basing the same gun, a spool, pneumatic design, and they're using the same idea over and over and over again in every single one of their guns. Just like with Tippmann. It's the same exact thing. They're just putting a different body wrapped around it. Same thing. Just like with Axe. Well, with Empire. With their Axe. They made the Mini, they made the Axe, and then they made the Axe Pro. They're all the same thing. They have the same board, except for one of them has a screen on it. Same thing with the Planet Eclipse, the Etha, the E-Tex, and the any of their guns. They're all the same thing essentially. It's just a different wrapping around it. It's just a body difference. Oh, it's just the ergonomics are different. It's the this is stretched out further. With the Proto Rail Max, the Rail Maxed, and the Rail. It's the same thing. Oh, we put an eye tube in it. Whoop-de-frickin-do. It's still the same freaking gun. You didn't do anything different. You're just charging people way over what they should just so the rich fanboys can say, oh, I have this. Okay? You can have just as much fun and do just as good with one of these. Now, granted, there is some differences that high-end guns have. I understand that, and I know I'm going to get bashed for saying this, but I've seen kids go out on the field with a $300 2007 Axe and spank grown men that have played on semi-professional teams, playing with a Lux 1.5, 2.0, or a LV1 or LV1.5, or, you know, I've seen kids do it. It's not that hard. Yes, you got to have an upgraded barrel. I agree. This barrel sucks. Ugh, it just sucks so bad. I don't like it. I love the trigger. People don't like the trigger. I don't like how it has a little bit of side-to-side play, but I love the trigger. It gets all the same modes, does everything that any other gun would do, except for talk to you. Get a Lux. It talks to me. But anyway, that was my little rant, and that's my idea of what you guys should buy your stuff in. Buy this, don't buy this. Buy one of these, it's cheaper. You can go out and buy a Spire or a Rotor or, you know, but You don't need that. You can use one of these. It's big. It's going to get hit. And you're going to get hit in the hopper, but it works, you know? Next one will be a little bit more high-end stuff. It'll be showing you guys what you can buy if you have a little bit more money. But I'm here to tell you guys, don't listen to guys bashing guns like this. Just because you went out and spent $320 on a pretty good gun. You know, I hear people from teams, I'm not going to speak specifically, but they bash stuff like this because they've been able and they've had the money to own $1,300, $1,400 guns. So don't listen to them. I play with one. I love the damn thing. Keep playing paintball. Don't get discouraged by what rich fanboys are telling you. Thank you.